Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And the more keen-eyed of you will notice that since the last video and this one, I had a bit of a shave, trimmed off a bit of the excess hair. It's the first time I've been able to actually hold a shaver. I only did it roughly. I didn't want to go too deep and damage the skin again. But it's the first time I've been able to hold the shaver for about a month. So improvements all round. I am hoping now that we are finally over everything that's gone. Now, I've got several more stories that will be coming up over the next few hours and that. Well, it's going to be all day, isn't it? It's just one of those things. I've got nothing else to do at the moment, sitting at home in the chair. But there's an interesting one here about Douglas Ross. Now, of course, he's got this new constituency that he's fighting in the general election, which is Aberdeenshire North and Moray East. Because he was Western Isles. No, it wasn't Western Isles, was he? He was Highlands and Islands, wasn't he? Anyway, he's gone across. He's gone up to Aberdeen. And of course, being a Conservative, and the Conservatives being the only party that promised to push and expand and back the oil and gas industry, one would think he is, I suppose, an absolute shoo-in in the northeast. None of the other parties want to do anything for the oil and gas industry, and two of them, Labour and the SNP, want to actively reduce it. Labour just want it to sort of hold steady, not issue any more notices. The SNP want to do a managed decline, and the Greens just want to slaughter it in its, as it sleeps, come in and, slit the throat of the oil and gas industry overnight. Now, of course, this would put 250,000 people directly out of a job. It's madness. It's madness to do this. So I would suggest that Douglas Ross has, let's be honest, a fairly easy time of it. He should get in quite easily. However, the SNP, for some reason, seem to think that this is a key battleground. Now, the SNP will go up there and try and fight this against Ross, and Ross only has to say, yes, but I'm backing the oil industry. You're wanting to kill it. Look around you. And they'll look around and they'll see the nice houses and the high employment and all those highly paid jobs and all the things that go with an area that has a lot of highly paid jobs. The Mercedes dealership, the expensive restaurants, the high quality this, the excess that. And they will look at what they've got and they'll look to their children's future and think, why would I take away work for the next 3, 4, 5 perhaps generations just to appease the SNP? Answer is they won't. If you work in the Scottish oil and gas industry and you're voting SNP, it's turkeys voting for Christmas. And anyone in Aberdeen or the Greater Aberdeenshire area needs to think, where does all the money in the economy come from? If you've got a bar, a restaurant, a cinema, or if you're sort of a high-end fashion shop, it doesn't matter. If you've got a job and you're anywhere near Edinburgh, your job exists because of the oil and gas industry. And if you vote anything other than Tory, then you're absolutely mental. Literally, you are certifiably bonkers. Because you'd be voting for your own unemployment. And not just yours, but your children's, your grandchildren's, their children's. It'd be generational. It would be third world overnight. But for some reason, the SNP want to fight this. They think that they can beat Douglas Ross. They're going to be using what Douglas Ross is doing as a stick against him. Now, they've lost the expenses scandal weapon that they had. They were beaten with that stick. But, of course, Parliament's come out and said, no, it's done nothing wrong. We've looked at it. Oh, no, perfectly fine. Nothing wrong whatsoever. And so they haven't got that anymore, have they? Oh, dear, what a shame. So what they're going, well, he's got 2 constituencies. He had 2 constituencies before. And indeed, he gave one up. And the only reason he stepped in this one is because of sickness by the guy that was going to stand there. Although that guy now insists that he's well enough, although he's still in hospital. So you have to wonder, don't you? But it's all very much fisticuffs, isn't it? Handbags at dawn, more than anything else. But that's all the SNP have got. So they've got this, and they're looking with, I suppose, great disdain at Douglas Ross. But they can't offer a cogent or coherent argument as to why they think they have got any kind of chance anywhere in the northeast, let alone Aberdeen. It's a joke. These people must be off their tiny. They're either off their minds or they're off their meds. You know, but this, of course, is the same bunch that tried to foist no fishing zones and what do they call it? That specialised areas where you couldn't go fishing. Not scientifically based, just random 10%. Because they think it makes some kind of difference. It doesn't, except it will destroy jobs. So anyone who's not working in the oil industry, working in the fishing industry, they've all gone. You know, and it's like, how do you get out of Aberdeenshire or whatever? Well, you take the A9 or the A96. Well, you can't do that. The roads are so appalling. Every single policy that the SNP have destroyed will come into play for any party that isn't the SNP. And that's the problem the SNP have got. And that is why, of course, they're going to be handed their arse. But for these people to go to the SNP, to go up into the northeast, up into Aberdeen, Aberdeenshire, the Greater Aberdeenshire area, and say that they are the party, it's a joke. They haven't got, first of all, they haven't got a clue, and secondly, they haven't got a hope in hell, have they? Not a snowball's chance. As soon as you get past halfway up that A9, there should be a big sign, you know, for SNP supporters, abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Because I can't see anyone, you're going to have a few. You're going to have a few die-hard SNP voters. But no one with a job will vote for them. Seriously, it's a joke, isn't it? Anyway, they're fighting this. They're sitting there. And they're putting this big push in at the moment. And they're trying to get all their big guns to go up. And they got to Peterhead, for all places. My God, they're trying to get Peterhead, like one of the biggest sort of fishing, transport, docks, you know, all related, all to do with the things that the SNP absolutely hate and want to destroy. And they're saying, yeah, but you can trust us this time. Well, we haven't trusted you for the last 17 years. Why is it going to change now, all of a sudden? They seem to think that people are stupid. I think that's what it is. I think the SNP are so arrogant and conceited that they think people are as stupid as they are, and they fail to see that people aren't as stupid as the SNP think they are. That makes sense? They seem to think that fishermen are stupid and they've already forgotten what they were trying to do at the fishing industry, or that the people who work in the oil and gas industry are stupid and they forget what they're trying now to do to the oil and gas industry. Everything. People aren't stupid. The people of Aberdeen certainly aren't stupid. There's a lot of very, very highly paid, highly intelligent, highly qualified people around there, and they know. Let me know what you think. Has the SNP got any chance whatsoever? Or are they just off their tiny minds, thinking that they are going to win in the northeast anywhere? I think Flynn's out, let's be honest, but let's hope that none of them survive. Anyway, till later. Bye.